The new Navigator VI from BMW just hit the market, and I got the very first one in the country. I'm going to install it here on this F800R. This time on Tech on Two Wheels. This mounting bracket here has to go on. So we'll work on that right now. Okay, so first of all, you need to remove the 4 bolts from the handlebar mount and replace them with the screws that are supplied with the new GPS mount. So you're going to notice that these new bolts have screw holes in them, and that's what you're going to mount this new mount to. The rubber mount has some sleeves that you put in, and that'll firm everything up, but it rides on a nice little cushion of rubber going down the road. So put those bolts in and screw them down. I don't screw them down real tight. You probably want 5 to 10 pounds of torque on them. Not real heavy. You don't want to strip anything out, but you don't want it to come off. When I torque stuff down, I like to kind of use a pattern and get everything nice and even so you don't have one side that screws up over the other. Okay. Just kind of like wheels. Now, after you've got the handlebar mount done and in, it's time to remove the cover over the fake gas tank / battery holder. So get the 8 screws out, and they come out real easily. Take the seat off, unscrew all 8, and put those screws aside. At this point, the cover will come right off. Just be sure not to mar anything up and get caught up in the handlebars. And there you have it. So it's actually fairly easy. That little accessory plug is right in there. And break off this tape. And there's the plug. United States, American English. Sure, I'll accept everything and I'll agree. Okay, for this installation, you're gonna need the cradle unit so you can work this thing with a pair of gloves on. And to mount this, first of all, hook up that cable. And then you're going to put these little feet on the back, just kind of put them into the rubber and then screw it down onto that mount. So now, button it all up, I've got it routed right here, right under the bars, and it moves in and out of the way. That snaps in, nice and locked in now. Turn the power on. Now, trying to get a GPS lock, an initial GPS lock inside of a metal building is not ideal. So I ended up having to take this thing off and go outside. Okay, well, it's pouring rain now and I really don't want to take the bike outside. All right, figured out where we are. So now it's back on. Power's on. So now my first question is why in the hell would I spend $1,000 for a Garmin GPS when I already had one? Well, the first reason is because this little thing here is going to crap out and take a shit about the second it hits any kind of weather or rain. This one here is completely sealed. For your $1,000, BMW gives you this nice leather case that it comes in that you could keep it in. Like all the other Garmin products out there, it works real well with the Garmin Smart app or whatever it is. So you turn that on, sync your phone up, and all these things start to come alive. You've got a really good trip planner. You've got a media player that right there on your dash, you can go ahead and look for all your different artists and all kinds of cool stuff. It even shows you all that cool album art that's on your phone. Now, using that Garmin Smart Link gives you instant access to all kinds of weather. And man, this display on this Navigator GPS is just beautiful. It is brighter than the Navigator V. It does a ton of stuff, and if you've got the little wheel from BMW installed on your bike, it'll give you all kinds of telemetry, altitude, your lean angles, all kinds of stuff that you could go back in and look at. Just a very, very cool thing. The Navigator builds a really nice bridge between my Sena Bluetooth, my phone, and the GPS. I've got everything right there, right on the dash, so I can look at all this stuff, I can see it, and when it's mounted on the dash, I could use a pair of gloves and use the cradle to get around and do all of these functions. So, is the Navigator VI really expensive? Hell yeah, it's really, really expensive. But I plan on taking my bike across the country. It's going on the back of my motorhome, and we're basically touring with it. So we don't know what the weather's going to be like, and we don't know where the hell we're going to be. And I need to have a GPS that's reliable and that's going to do the job that I need it to do. So yeah, it was worth it to me not to get lost for $1,000. All right, guys, that's it. I now have the first Navigator VI, and it's on my F800R. Anyway, starting to pour rain. I ain't riding. I'm out of here.